Episode 4. The best way to earn respect is to treat other people with respect.
You're listening to the very best podcast in the world on health, wealth, and happiness. Please remember to leave a review and share with all your friends and family. And here is your host, Lars Hilser.
Good morning, friends. I hope everybody's had a good night or a successful day. One of the two, or both of them, perhaps even. And in today's episode, I think the title is quite revealing. We're going to be discussing how to most effectively earn respect. And there's nothing more simple than to actually be respectful to others, as I have noticed. So many moons ago, I was invited to a conference in Karachi in Pakistan, and I was treated with utmost respect, and it was just a very interesting experience how hospitable these people were towards me. Considering that, they don't have the highest levels of income in the world. However, I was treated with the utmost respect. I think I didn't spend as much as $1 during the time I was there. And everything was taken care of for me, and so on and so forth. So it was just a very respectful reception that I got from these people. And in return, and for obvious reasons, I felt that giving back this level of respect was a given, was a no-brainer. And I have this habit of really looking up to people doing shitty jobs. And it was at the hotel that there was this old white bearded man in a classical Pakistani outfit, I guess, whatever. I forget the name. I was explained the name, but I did forget. It's been quite a while. And this man was standing there all day and pretty much all night, just opening and closing the doors for guests that were entering and or leaving the hotel. And whenever he would open the door for me, I would politely say, "Thank you, sir," just as an act of kindness for him doing this probably underpaid job. But the guy looked immaculate. So he took his seemingly underpaid and obviously undervalued job very seriously. Undervalued in that I saw foreign dignitaries come and go together with their protection details, and they took him for granted. And I didn't. I did notice the gesture, and I just felt that, he was on his feet all day, regardless of when I would go out for a cigarette, whether day or night, the dude would be standing there opening the door for me. And so this came to the attention of one of my people that was assigned to me as my protection detail. And he thought of this as a very nice gesture and actually proactively approached me and said that he found this gesture that I was making towards this man insanely respectable. And for me, this was normal in that, again, as I said, this guy has a shitty job. He probably provides for his family doing so. And it was just a no-brainer. And so what I found most amazing was the respect I earned from the man that was assigned to me, from my protection detail at the end of the day. And the respect that I had earned by just doing this small gesture. And I did this out of honest respect towards that person. Wow, we're getting into random ramblings again. Then on the same trip and on the floor of the hotel I was staying at, there was another probably underpaid guard sitting in front of the elevator, making sure that everybody was at peace. I don't know whether he was armed or not, but he was just sitting there pretty much 12 hours a day, watching who came in and out of the elevator. And I did make inquiries, and he was there for the protection of the guests. And so at the end of the day, he would have, if something went wrong, shit hit the fan, this dude would have sacrificed his life or health and safety to protect others. And there's not enough money that you can pay these people. Let's be honest. And so at one night, I just thought, because he was sitting there, he was on night shift. I think I came home at about 12:30 in the morning or something. And this guy was sitting there like every night. And I just went up and raided the minibar, and gave him whatever was available to me, which was, shits and kittens. I think there was like 2 Red Bulls and 2 Coca-Cola cans and a few snacks. And at first he was hesitant to actually take my gifts because, and we started discussing, because for him it was an honor and to have this job and to protect the guests and to make sure they had a pleasant stay and could sleep well, etc., etc. And it was very hard to convince him to actually take something as simple. I think the value of the minibar was about $40 or something. So it was insignificant, but it was a way to show respect. And at the end of the day, he took, I think, 1 can of Red Bull and 1 can of Coke. And I said, okay, at least, take this so you can stay awake easier to look after us, and gave him a wink. And that was actually, got a smile on the dude's face. He was very, very earnest, very stern. And that was just, I think, also very, not relieving to me. That's the wrong word. But it was so easy to do something good. And this dude, I don't know what he did. He probably took the Red Bull can home and sold it to someone. But at the end of the day, even if he did that, it was a gesture. And there's a nice saying out there, how you can judge the character of someone by if they will help someone that cannot give anything back. And this is interesting as well. However, this was, I think, the prime example that actually struck me in terms of how easy it is to earn respect, rather than, as mentioned yesterday, by studying books on psychology and requesting or demonstrating dominance by you don't earn respect like that. You make a fool out of yourself. So at the end of the day, I think we can sum it up and say, if you're nice, other people will be nice to you. I think it's that easy. So in that sense, short episode today. I hope tomorrow's is going to be longer. I'm quite certain it will. And I'm looking forward to it. And you hang tight. If you have feedback, as always, be it negative or positive, please write it to the very best podcast in the world at gmail.com. If you need to reach out, if you have comments, if you have questions, about my journeys and adventures, please feel free to ask them. Perhaps I will do a dedicated segment in answering these questions for you to give a bit more context to what my previous lives and current life is and was about. Good night, good day, much success. See you soon.